Hey everyone, it's Fox 26 Houston meteorologist Allison Gargaro, and we are 6 days away from Turkey Day. And I think a lot of folks are wondering, what is it going to be like when I travel to visit family and friends? Am I going to be good on the roads, at the airports? Well, that's what we're here to update you on. And so it's the Friday before, meaning some folks are going to be traveling this weekend. Others maybe working a day or two and then going right before Thanksgiving. But what we can expect for any travel delays is mainly going to be in the Northeast a little bit later on this evening. We've been monitoring some very heavy snow, and for folks that aren't getting the snow, maybe they're not cold enough yet, they're getting the rain. That's going to be from DC to New York and Boston. You can expect moderate delays there, maybe some delays out in Detroit, and because of the heavy rain due to an atmospheric river in the Pacific Northwest, potential for minor delays Seattle to Boise. Now we head into the overnight hours, conditions beginning to improve a little bit across the Northeast, which is good news. So hopefully if you're traveling on the roadways, sometime Saturday morning, we are going to start to see that rain and snow begin to drop in intensity. But let's take you out to the West Coast from Northern California to Seattle, even Boise. Take a look at this higher elevation snow. So I'd say folks who live around Boise, Idaho, maybe even Reno, Nevada, and then up into Montana. Something that you're going to need to watch closely with the potential for those flight delays. Now, the reason that we're seeing this, I mentioned the atmospheric river, but this dip in the jet stream. So folks who live in Alabama to Mississippi, even portions of Georgia and the panhandle of Florida, know you're not necessarily getting the precipitation from this dip and that Arctic air that's ushering in, but some very chilly temperatures. So freeze warnings, potentially frost advisories, things like that. But take a look at all that snow that I mentioned. This is a look at our current radar loop there, and yes, it's a lot of rain and snow that we're seeing. Temperatures DC to New York not quite at freezing yet, but I will say that's probably likely to come. So folks along the I-84 corridor out in portions of Pennsylvania and the I-95 corridor right up and down the East Coast need to be watching this closely. Now we head out to the West Coast, and an atmospheric river has been moving in. It's a conveyor belt of tropical moisture, let's call it rain, that's making its way into Northern California and then any location to the north and really east of that. So from Boise out to Montana, like we mentioned, and even San Francisco getting hit hard with several inches. We're talking a foot, potentially 2 feet. And I've even seen some reports we could be seeing more than that in total over the event of this atmospheric river. And taking a little bit closer to those current temps, I mentioned DC and New York still in the 40s, but Philly is in the 30s, and spots between Pittsburgh and Philly are likely much colder than that. Now our highs today here in Texas are in the lovely low 70s. Once again, we'll be waking up to the 30s and 40s across the state because high pressure is in control. We're seeing those clear skies. Basically, nothing's going to stop those temps from dropping. But then we head into your highs on Saturday back to the mid 70s, and you can see these little lines here. That's actually going to be a more humid air mass, breezes from the Gulf that will be moving in. So I will say we're likely going to be dry today, again tomorrow, but that humidity will slowly but surely be rising as we head into the end of your weekend, start of next week, and guess what comes with that rise? Also an increase in temps. But I just want to take you out to a view of what our GFS forecast models are showing for Thanksgiving. Now the models, we're still not in exact agreement on the timing of this front. Looks like it's going to come through. If it comes through early on in the day, maybe the chance for some drizzle to start, but that means that temperatures will be cooler throughout your Thanksgiving day on Thursday. If the front takes a little bit longer to get here, then we actually could be seeing some warmer air, meaning higher temperatures out ahead of the front before it officially moves through. Right now, we have about a 30% chance for some showers and could be on the cooler side, and I do expect that to change. So stick with us. We're going to be bringing you these daily updates on Fox Local as we get closer. What we do know is that the end of the month into the start of next month looks like we are going to be a bit warmer than average, but take a look at a good portion of the U.S. They're going to be seeing that Arctic air move right on in once again. So are some chilly temperatures expected for maybe the second, third, fourth, and 6 days of the month? Definitely a possibility, but stick around and we'll continue to bring you the latest. Hope you guys have a fabulous Friday, and remember to stick with us for those holiday travel updates right here on the free Fox Local app.